First tonight to those road rage shootings on highways here in Tampa Bay. Good evening and welcome to ABC Action News at 6. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Paula Groen. You know, it is no secret Florida has a reputation for bad drivers and sometimes violent encounters out there on the roads. According to the Gun Violence Archive from 2016 to 2025, there's actually been 473 cases of road rage in our state, and that's not counting the two that happened in Hillsborough County over the weekend.
And it's not just on the roads. By now, you've likely seen this viral video of a charter boat captain screaming and cursing at a young fisherman in Punta Gorda just last week. Understandably, these situations may have some of you out there worried about staying safe behind the wheel. ABC Action News reporter Mary O'Connell asked the experts to get you answers tonight.
These images of bullet holes in cars are enough to make any driver's heart stop.
If you're not careful, things can spiral out of control so quickly.
It stemmed from two different shootings in Hillsborough County. On Friday night, FHP says a woman was driving north on I-75 near Fletcher Avenue when she saw another person driving erratically. When the car started to go into the woman's lane, FHP says she honked and the other driver shot into the right rear door of her car. Then on early Sunday morning, FHP says a driver going west on I-4 saw motorcycles driving erratically. The drivers started to film when FHP says one of the motorcyclists fired several rounds. No one was hurt in either shooting.
I'd rather drive in LA than Tampa or Charlotte any day of the week.
I caught up with drivers here in Tampa to listen to what they've seen and experienced behind the wheel.
A lot of discourteous drivers, people cutting people off, just poor mannerisms, really, I think, more than anything.
Mostly not paying attention. I mean, a lot of speeding, non-using of the directionals, you know, and then you see frustrated people.
So what can you do if you find yourself in a road rage situation? Remember these two C's: be courteous and careful.
I think just trying to create this invisible bubble around your vehicle, keeping enough distance between you and the driver in front of you and behind you, but also on the sides.
AAA advises you to do your best to de-escalate any situation.
Don't respond to aggression with aggression. If somebody's tailgating you, just drive the speed limit as much as possible. If they flip you off, don't flip them off back. Don't throw up your hands, something like that. Just let them pass. The situation will die down, hopefully.
Of course, if an aggressive driver isn't leaving you alone, experts want you to call 911.
Try not to get caught up in all the hoopla of, the road rage stuff. More than anything, just pay attention.
You're powerless over what other people do and how they drive. You just, like I said, you got to stay in your own lane.
In Tampa, Mary O'Connell, ABC Action News.
And as you just heard from the people in that story, this is something many can relate to. You may have had someone honk their horn or get angry at you while driving on the road, or maybe you have been guilty of losing your cool. So I started to think about how this could impact your mental health while driving, and I reached out to the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay and spoke with Meredith Grau-Porter, who is the Vice President of Client Services. She talked about tactics you can use to stay calm in these situations and to practice them regularly.
There's a lot of different coping skills that we would recommend using. I mean, very common ones do include the deep breathing, but also listening to music, talking about your feelings or about your day with someone that supports you and is caring. It can be exercising, taking care of your physical health is just as important as taking care of your mental health. They play off each other very well.
Meredith also says you need to remember you cannot control how someone else behaves. You can only control how you react, especially if it's road rage. So use coping skills and they will help you remain calm and unfazed.
Well, tonight we're tracking the aftermath of severe weather just north of us on the left side of your screen. Tornado damage in Grady County, Georgia, near the state line. And then there on the right, that is video of storm damage in Tallahassee.
I don't know how I'm feeling. It was intense and just a lot to kind of process, but very grateful for what the windows that are intact and the roof parts that are intact. I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, it got rough up there as we bring in Chief Meteorologist Dennis.